Hey guys, today I'm back with the promised Q&A video where I answer your questions that you DM'd me or you left as a comment in one of my videos. If you're not a Froshie going into UofT, this video is really not relevant to you, so I suggest you go and watch my other videos that I'll put up in the eye up here. So I'll just be answering your questions in no particular order. So the first question is about tutorials. This person asked, are the tutorials helpful? And do you recommend taking tutorials before or after the lecture? I answered this question in the comment section for my UofT course enrollment video, but I'll just answer here again so that you could have everything in one video. But yes and no. Tutorials are helpful if you have a good TA. And no, they're not helpful if you don't have a good TA. Sometimes the TAs aren't very coordinated with the profs, so they don't really know what they're talking about and they don't give you much help, but they are mandatory, and most of the times attendance is very important and participation is also very important for your grade. So whether they're helpful or not, you're going to have to go to them and you're going to have to be present. And the second part of the question, do you recommend taking tutorials before or after the lecture? I recommend taking the tutorials after the lecture because the purpose of tutorials are to help you understand the class content and practice it. And so I think it only makes sense to take it after the lecture. So the next questions that I got, you guys would send me questions like, can I take a specific course if I haven't taken a specific course? I explained this really well in my how to choose and enroll in courses video, so if you want to go check it out there, you can. But just to briefly answer the question, check your prerequisite, co-requisites, exclusions. It's all in the calendar if you search up your course, the course that you want to take, and it will tell you if you can take it or not. Another specific course related question that I got is this course easier or better than this course? Specifically, this person was asking about the French major. Is FSL courses better or easier than FRE courses? And I also mentioned this in my other video, but it's not the courses that matter, but it's the profs. So definitely go and search up on Rate My Prof, whether this prof has a good rating and a good reputation, and that would determine the quality of the course. So there's no, oh, FSL courses are better than FRE courses. Kind of rule. Okay, next I got some questions about TCards and UTORIDs. I believe the TCard office opened on September 8th. I'll put the link in the description box below, but you just have to go to the CLNX website, and in the dashboard section you're going to see a section where you can activate your TCard and make an appointment if you want to go pick it up. And for UTORIDs, I'll also put the link in the description box, but if you go to this website you'll be able to find the instructions of TCards and how to make your UTORid. Okay, so another question that I got is, does anyone know what to do if you're still on waitlist for one of your program requirements or electives? So basically the rule of thumb that I always go by is that if you're within the first 10% of the total people allowed in the course, then you have a really good chance of getting in the course. Definitely a lot of people drop the first, second week of school. So don't worry about it too much, you'll probably get in. And if you don't, or if you're still really worried about it because it's a program requirement, just try emailing your registrar or your department. They'll help you with that. Another question that I got is, in how many years do you suggest graduating in? So I really want to tell you guys, there's no rule of thumb in how many years you should graduate. There's so many people that think that they have to graduate in 4 years. That's not the case. You're not in high school anymore. Oh yeah, so this is kind of related to this question, but another person asked, how many courses should you take? Or how many courses do you recommend taking? So basically you need to take 5 courses each semester for the fall and winter term to graduate in 4 years. But 5 courses is not doable for a lot of people. So people take only 4. Especially if it's your first year, you need time to get adjusted to this new environment. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking 4 courses, and you can always take summer school courses, or you can just take an extra year and take 5 years. There's a lot of people who do that. So yeah, there is no rule to this. If you can graduate in 4 years, good for you. If you can graduate in 3, amazing. If you need 5 years, there's so many people that graduate in 5 years, so don't worry about it. Take as many courses as you can, considering your mental health, your physical health, and your well-being. But basically, if you're taking 4 to 6 courses, you're considered a full-time student, and if you're taking less than that, you're considered part-time. So that might be an important factor in deciding how many courses to take. So if you want to be considered full-time, make sure to take 4 courses or more. Once you start taking less than that, you're paying for each course instead of the program and like all the other fees. Are you the cameraman? So next, another question I got is how many semesters / terms do we have? Like, what's the general schedule or overview of the year? So basically we have fall term, winter term, and summer term. And a lot of people usually just take the fall and winter term. I've only taken 1 course in the summer. Basically, the fall term is from September to December. Usually most of December is the exam time. And the winter term or the spring term is January to April, and April is the exam time. And summer school I haven't taken in so long. I don't remember, but I think it's May, June, July, August. And summer term is divided into 2 parts. And there's a limit to how many courses you can take in the summer. So basically you can only take 2 credits for the full summer term, meaning that you can only take 2 courses each half of the summer. So that's something to consider if you're taking fewer courses in the fall or spring term and wanting to catch up in the summer. You can't take as many as you can in the fall and spring terms. And there is a limited number of courses that are offered in the summer. So if you're not going to take a program required course because you're thinking of taking it in the summer, make sure that it is offered in the summertime. I'll also put in the description box the sessional dates for the school year. And another person asked, are classes starting on the 10th? I'm pretty sure you guys know by now, but yes, classes are starting on the 10th. Another question that I got is, do you know anyone who is majoring in, and this person's specific major? I want to find a mentor to help me. I highly recommend you go to the UofT club page and just scroll through it, or even search up what you're looking for. There are many clubs offered at UofT, and you'll be able to find upper year students that can help you in the area that you want help in. I'll put the link in the description bar as well, so go check that out. You're going to have to actively find people by emailing them. When you go into the club, it's going to have an email, so maybe email the person letting them know that you're interested in the club. This person also asked, did you attend any volunteer activities or programs? Do you recommend some for me? It's basically the same response for this too. There's a lot of volunteer clubs offered. So just go to the club section and scroll through them, read the descriptions, and see which ones interest you. Aside from clubs, UofT offers a lot of volunteer or like work study positions. I'll put the link below for that as well, and you can get CCR credit for that. Another question that this person asked me is, do I need to send an email to the clubs which I want to apply in? So it depends on the club. Some clubs it's just you go for social events, like it's just for fun, while some clubs you might want to be more active in as like a position. So definitely if you want a position and you want to get interviewed, you want to email them. If not, it's not necessary. Just make sure that you're following their Instagram or Facebook account so you know when the events are. But either way, I think it's nice to email them and say, hey, hi, I'm interested in this club, I would like to join. And regarding CCR, another person asked me about the recognized study groups. If you do hold a recognized study group, you do get a CCR. But this person was asking, is there a difference between being an RSG leader and not being a leader? Like, is there a benefit for me? Like, should I become a leader? So basically, if you're a leader and you hold these study groups for, I think, more than 4 sessions, you do get credit for it, the CCR credit. But it's up to you whether you think this CCR credit is something that you want and that you value. Like, it is something that you can put on your resume, that you were a RSG leader, and it does show leadership skill. But yeah, think about if this is something that you think would look good for the field that you're interested in. Also, like, some people, they find studying more effective when they are like preparing the study groups. It is a lot of work to be an RSG leader because you're going to need to prepare what you guys are going to study and what you guys are going to do, and also that can be a good thing that you get to prepare. You get to decide what you guys want to study and how you guys want to study. I joined a study group once and I personally didn't really like it because I didn't like the way the leader set up the time. I thought it was a waste of time. So yeah, if you're the leader, you get to decide how to study with your group. So yeah, that's the good part, I guess. You also have to fill in a lot of paperwork. Personally, I don't think it's worth it for me, but like if you find it useful for whatever you'd like to do, definitely go for it. If not, I recommend you join a recognized study group. Just to study with other people. Okay, lastly, a question that I saw on Facebook. It wasn't asked to me directly, but someone was asking. It was, I'm attending for kinesiology, but I wasn't placed in any colleges. Is this normal, or did something get messed up? So basically, if you're going into kinesiology or engineering or architecture, you have your own faculty. You're only assigned colleges if you're in the faculty of arts and sciences. It's a way to just make smaller groups of people because it's such a large university. So yeah, there's no mistake. So yeah, if you're in kin or engineering or architect and you're not in a college, don't worry about it. That's normal. You're a part of your own college. So yeah, these are all the questions that I've received through DM and in the comments on my videos. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. And if you have any other questions, just comment it down below or follow my Instagram, haruhina, and DM me, and I will do my best to answer all your questions with the best of my abilities. And I hope you guys have a great, lovely first week of school. Bye. Good luck.